Bird flu, Ebola and Zika. There seems to be news on a replacement dangerous virus almost a day. But thus far, experts are saying that Zika itself isn't as bad as HIV, Ebola and these other 8 viruses. 1. The foremost dangerous virus is the Marburg virus. It's named after a little and idyllic town on the River Lahn, but that has nothing to try to do with the disease itself. The Marburg virus may be a hemorrhagic fever virus. Like Ebola, the Marburg virus causes convulsions and bleeding of mucous membranes, skin and organs. It's a death rate of 90%. 2. There are 5 strains of the Ebola virus, each named after countries and regions in Africa: Zaire, Sudan, Tai Forest, Bundibugyo and Reston. The Zaire Ebola virus is the deadliest, with a death rate of 90%. It's the strain currently spreading through Guinea, Sierra Leone and Liberia, and beyond. Scientists say flying foxes probably brought the Zaire Ebola virus into cities. 3. The hantavirus describes several sorts of viruses. It's named after a river where American soldiers were first thought to possess been infected with the hantavirus, during the Korean War in 1950. Symptoms include lung disease, fever and renal failure. 4. The varied strains of bird flu regularly cause panic, which is probably justified because the death rate is 70%. But actually the danger of contracting the H5N1 strain, one among the simplest known, is sort of low. You'll only be infected through direct contact with poultry. It's said this explains why most cases appear in Asia, where people often live on the brink of chickens. 5. A nurse in Nigeria was the primary person to be infected with the Lassa virus. The virus is transmitted by rodents. Cases are often endemic, which suggests the virus occurs during a specific region, like in Western Africa, and may reoccur there at any time. Scientists assume that 15% of rodents in Western Africa carry the virus. 6. The Junan virus is related to Argentine hemorrhagic fever. People infected with the virus suffer from tissue inflammation, sepsis and skin bleeding. The matter is that the symptoms can appear to be so common that the disease is never detected or identified within the first instance. 7. The Crimea-Congo fever virus is transmitted by ticks. It's almost like the Ebola and Marburg viruses within the way it progresses. During the primary days of infection, sufferers present with pin-sized bleedings within the face, mouth and therefore the pharynx. 8. The Machupo virus is related to Bolivian hemorrhagic fever, also referred to as black typhus. The infection causes high fever, amid heavy bleedings. It progresses almost like the Junan virus. The virus are often transmitted from human to human, and rodents often carry it. 9. Scientists discovered the Kyasanur forest virus (KFD) virus in woodlands on the southwestern coast of India in 1955. It's transmitted by ticks, but scientists say it's difficult to work out any carriers. It's assumed that rats, birds and boars might be hosts. People infected with the virus suffer from high fever, strong headaches and muscle pain which may cause bleedings. 10. Dengue may be a constant threat. If you're planning a vacation within the tropics, get informed about dengue. Transmitted by mosquitoes, dengue affects between 50 and 100 million people a year in popular holiday destinations like Thailand and India. But it's more of a drag for the 2 billion people that sleep in areas that are threatened by dengue.